What's up, everybody? Hi, and welcome to the RHR Kitchen. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I have in the kitchen my very good friend, Kara Eckerman. Kara, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited.
Okay, so guys, we have two really exciting things that we are going to share with you today. And the first one, I'm kind of hiding below the counter. I feel like this is one of those epic moments in RHR history, guys, when your minds will just be blown with how incredible this recipe is.
I think they're going to be too.
Okay, so question for the audience. And guys, if you're in the True Lean private Facebook group, then feel free to comment, and Jesse will be so kind as to read your comments aloud. So, I like to get some feedback. Okay, so when you, okay, Kara, now you own Fit Body Bootcamp locations.
Yes.
You train clients all day long.
Yes.
You coach people.
Yes.
And when you're coaching them, it's like fitness, and then they're eating.
Absolutely. The other 23 and a half hours
Yes,
of the day.
exactly. So, question.
Yes.
What is a dish that most people crave when they're trying to lose weight?
Oh, pasta or pizza for sure.
Pasta like this?
Oh my
Okay,
God,
guys. Now, I don't know about you, but I never order fettuccine Alfredo.
No, like only like back in the day, I'm at like Olive Garden or something like that.
Yes. The reason why we never order and never enjoy this dish that's so
Good.
stinking delicious is because, okay, I did the research, guys. A dish of fettuccine Alfredo that's a little bit smaller than this, traditional one, if you went out to Cheesecake Factory or
If
Olive
you're from
Garden,
Texas, it's like twice the size.
there we go. There's over 1,200 calories. Now you know. Look at her eyes, folks. She's shocked. Over 1,200 calories, which we're talking almost like you're getting close to what you need for the day.
And that's like one meal.
One meal, okay? Part of one. I'm sure you'd have like other things. Over 100 grams of carbs,
Oh, wow.
okay? And I think it was like 74 grams of fat. Okay, so if this was normal noodles, normal Alfredo sauce, that's what we're talking, guys. So you can see all this excitement that I have. I'm so excited, guys, because the reason is this dish has 250 calories, and it has, I think it's 14 carbs
Okay.
with fiber. Can't remember exactly how many grams
so
of
like
fiber.
you can subtract
Yes.
the net carb
Yes.
situation. Yeah.
And guys, just so you know, I never do the subtraction. Like I show you how many carbs is in it and then how much fiber. Like I never take away the carbs because I don't know.
I mean,
I think you can do that like to make net carbs, but
Yeah.
just so you know, I'm not doing that math. So what you're seeing is the actual carbs in the.
you could do the math.
You could do the math if you'd like to. Okay, guys. So really, we're going from 1,200 calories and over 100 grams of carbs to 250 calories and 14 grams of carbs. And
crazy.
so really, the question is, how?
Yeah, how and
Right?
how does it taste?
Exactly. And I might add that we have made it dairy-free as well.
Ooh.
So we're taking, because I don't know about you guys, but for me, in addition to having like that many starchy carbs, that much heavy dairy,
Yeah, I kind of like hurt your stomach.
Yes.
Especially if you're trying to get the unlimited bread basket too.
yeah, like I can't do that, guys, which is why I love to make creamy things that are dairy-free at home.
Yes.
So guys, I'm super excited. We're going to jump into that recipe very shortly, but we have two things to do first. One is to talk about this incredible
Oh my
drink.
gosh,
So I
smells
have
so
it
good.
for you here.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, guys, so if you aren't sure what this is our brand new flavor of Everyday Fit, which, guys, Everyday Fit, there's no sugar in it. It is a vitamin-enhanced, like super water.
It's like Crystal Light, but like healthier and supercharged. Like back in the day.
Exactly.
That's kind of what I, related to.
And I'm learning more about the supercharged part. So we have different components in different vitamins and minerals in Everyday Fit to reduce our stress, to
Sign me up.
curb appetite,
Sign me up.
right? And then also there's something called L-Dopa, which is a precursor to dopamine So when we do something and it stimulates the reward center in our brain. So I'll just use this example because I was doing this in December a lot. When you get home from work and you open a bottle of wine and you like take that first sip and it's like dopamine, right? Like, reward.
Not that I would know that.
Yes,
feeling
exactly.
At all,
but we do know that,
yes,
right?
we do. True.
So we seek out things that stimulate that reward center.
Yeah.
So we put it in Everyday Fit. So guys, really, you mix this with your water. It keeps you drinking water all day long.
Yeah. And I feel like, too, it helps you to drink more water. Mm-hmm. And when you drink more water, you're more hydrated.
Exactly.
You have more energy. Your metabolism is elevated. Mm-hmm. And I have to say, I know I was telling you this earlier, but this is our favorite, me and John's favorite flavor, like, so far of, I mean, I'm sure this won't be the last flavor, but the best.
So guys, it is called Aloha Passion Fruit. If you've ever tried Pog, especially back in the 90s, I feel like it was bigger in the 90s, like the early 2000s.
Has anyone tried Pog? Because I always
say,
it's like cricket.
Have you tried Pog? And everyone's like, what? No, some people have said yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Some people have been like, yes, I loved Pog, but it was so sugary.
Yeah.
Because that's where I was coming from.
Yeah.
And it's passion fruit, orange, and guava. And guys, it's just a magical tropical flavor.
It is.
It's
I wish
so
I could
good.
go to Hawaii. You have like
I
this
know,
lei
exactly.
and like this like leaf situation.
So if you want to feel like you're in Hawaii, you want to stay hydrated, you want help with your fat loss and your fitness goals, you want to make eating healthy and working out easier.
Yes.
Everyday Fit, guys. So the new flavor actually comes, the new flavor comes out on Monday. However, if you guys do want to get on like the early notification list, because we've been known to sell out of things like especially something this amazing that has so much buzz around it.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to get on our text club, and it's actually pretty cool, we started this last week, but there is a recipe text club. You should join it too.
I thought we were on the text club. Like you.
Well,
just
I know I personally text you, but like you should be on the official.
Yes, I'm gonna get. I need to. You're right.
So guys, the number to text is 49882, and what you text is TL recipe. So it's True Lean recipe, and then every Saturday you get a recipe texted to you from me, and you will also get early access. I think it's tomorrow. You would get access to the amazing Pog Everyday Fit. And everyone else gets access on Monday. So, like, why wouldn't you want
do
early
it now?
access?
And wait, question.
Yeah.
I always feel like I'm saying that in Dwight's voice, but you're sharing that cookie recipe this Saturday?
Exactly.
Okay, so
yes,
you gave me and John
each.
I know. And I shared with John. But
that's really nice of you.
I know, but I kind of opened them in front of him. But that cookie was so amazing. So I need that recipe. You need that recipe. Yeah. So definitely get on the text club.
Yeah. So guys, if you haven't been paying attention on social media, the same night, it was like brilliance just struck me. I think it was Tuesday.
Story of your life, I feel like.
Guys, this pasta recipe just came to me. And then a new technique for making protein cookies.
Yeah, what is it? You didn't tell me.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you guys the technique. Okay. And then get on, so text TL recipe, no space, just TL recipe to 49882. And you're going to get this recipe on Saturday. But here's the brilliance. Okay. Typically, when you bake cookies, you bake it between like 300 and 350 degrees.
And we shouldn't go higher if we want them done quicker.
Well, see, that's where the brilliance came in, Kara.
Really?
Because, protein cookies have a tendency to dry out.
Yes.
Right? So we combat that with not cooking it for as long, but I've always kept it at 350.
Okay.
So this time, I cranked up the heat to 410 degrees.
Okay.
And I baked the cookies for 6 minutes, which is low. Typically with a protein cookie, it's about 8 to 9.
Okay.
6 minutes, and they're big, giant balls of cookie dough.
Oh, they're so good.
So the outside is crispy, and especially like right after it's coming out of the oven, the inside is gooey.
It was really gooey, and I think mine were like later on in the day.
Yours was the next day.
The next day.
The next morning, yes.
So good.
Crazy technique. Of course, guys, it contains Truling protein, the frosted vanilla cake, whey protein powder, which is basically like cake batter.
It is so
but
good.
It has the protein and it's sweetened with stevia and monk fruit. I used Swerve. I used I used almond flour. Super healthy ingredients. There's walnuts, which I think was really yummy.
And Lily's chips, right?
Some Lily's dark chocolate chips.
Yes.
Okay, anyways, guys, I could go on and on forever. I'm going to have to go home and make more of these cookies because they're so good. Yeah, actually, I will. Okay, but we're here to make pasta. Guys.
Oh, not cookies. Okay.
Somebody from our Truling private Facebook group, which do we have any of our Truling private Facebook group friends on? Because one of you is going to get this iPhone. Hey.
She chimes back in here.
Okay, so this iPhone, I asked everyone in the private group to take a picture of themselves drinking their wellness shot because we know we have to drink our wellness shot every day. I know you drink yours.
I do. I love it.
And you have your clients do it just to really boost our immune system. But I wanted to see all the ladies in there drinking their wellness shot.
Oh, so cute.
Yes, and which was awesome. We got a ton of pictures and just people letting us know how much they love the wellness shot. And I said the first 20 people, we're going to get their names entered to win this iPhone.
Aww.
So, Kara, I'm going to let you do the honors,
yay.
okay? So all of your names are in here because I'm old school. I think this is so much fun. I've been having, right?
Like a regular,
been having a computer spit out a name. Like, where's the fun in that? This is taking us back. All right, Kara's going to read the winner of this iPhone 11 Pro Max is
Julie Ann Slayton.
Julie Slayton. Thank you so much for sending us your amazing wellness shot selfie. We're going to send this to you. So we're going to reach out to you for your address, but awesome. Guys, if you would like the chance to win our giveaways.
Which you do you're like Oprah, you give away the best things.
I haven't given away a car yet. We'll get there, guys.
Sure, that's coming.
We saw how that turned out. Guys, if you want to be entered for giveaways, join our private Truling Facebook group.
Yes.
Just search Truling Nutrition in private groups. And we'll let you in. We want you as part of our group.
And you share the best recipes, and you're always interactive with people. You know, sometimes you get added to those groups, and you kind of feel like you're just there by yourself. But you do such a good job at replying to everybody.
Yes, those are my people. So guys, join us on Facebook, and Julie, you are going to be getting this in the mail. Now, the reason you are all here is to learn how to make this incredible plate of fettuccine Alfredo. So, guys, Kara's a vegetarian. I am happy to say this is not only vegetarian, this is a vegan dish.
And dairy-free.
And dairy-free. Exactly.
Dairy-free.
If you want to add more protein, because it's not the highest in protein, it's 10 grams of protein per serving. It's going to make 6 servings, which is not shabby.
No.
But if you guys want to add, I think it'd be really good with some roasted, chopped up chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Would be delicious. Or maybe some meatballs. However you want to add in your protein, feel free to add it. This is just like the base, and you can get creative with that.
That's kind of cool. You can you do you.
Add what you want.
Yeah.
Totally. Okay, so first step, we're going to just jump into this recipe now. Okay. We've done enough chatting. Although there is one more topic. I'll talk about it as we cook. Okay, guys, so to make a creamy sauce with no dairy.
I don't know how to do this.
We have to find cream elsewhere, yeah? So this is maybe not the most obvious place to find cream, but this is 1 cup of raw cashews.
I don't know how you found that out. But the good news is now the people know.
The cashews, okay, so we're turning the heat. I've got just a little pot, guys.
So cute.
It just needs to fit 1 cup of cashews, and we're going to cover it with some water. Let's see, we got this on. Turn this one on as well. Okay, so we, again, looking for cream and cashews. Any of my vegan friends out there or my raw vegan friends, you know that cashews, when soaked, can get plumped up.
Yeah.
And you can blend it, and it's creamy.
I know, and it tastes really good.
It tastes incredible. There's this extra layer of flavor that I feel like dairy doesn't have.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so we have put the heat on medium, And we are going to throw, so it's 1 cup of raw cashews. Don't get the salted kind because it's just going to add too much salt. Okay. Instead, I would rather you be able to add salt to your sauce as you need and as you want than trying to figure out how much salt is in the nuts. Yeah. Okay. So we have got this on. I am going to just cover it with water, and we're going to let it come to a boil, and then we're going to drain it. So for now, we're just going to leave it over there, doing its thing, and we're going to start the rest of our sauce.
On high, right?
We can put it on high. I mean, we really just need to bring it to a boil. I'm going to make sure that it is.
I'm bad at cooking because I feel like I always wait till I'm starving to cook, and then I'm just like, turn it up.
That's not good.
I know.
Okay. It says, okay. For some reason, this one is not heating up. So I'm going to switch it because this one is hot. Okay. So we're going to get this one going here. Okay. I'm going to try that again. Maybe I didn't push it enough. There we go.
Oh.
Okay. So now we're going to start the base of the sauce. This one we are going to add in a little bit later. So we're going to let it come to a boil.
Okay.
Okay. So first step is we're going to add some olive oil.
Okay.
So we actually have 2 tablespoons of olive oil that we're just going to throw into a large skillet, which this is a new skillet I got for Christmas.
Oh, it's really pretty.
It's so fun to get new kitchen supplies, especially when you use them so much, like my skillets, and I don't always use the right utensil, so they're like all scratched up.
You're like using a fork.
Yeah. So it's really exciting that I have some new kitchen supplies.
That is really pretty.
Okay, so now we're going to add a full tablespoon of garlic. We really want to get that yummy flavor in there.
I love garlic.
Oh my gosh, the smell of it when it starts cooking
is so good.
Is incredible. Okay, so I'm going to let these things start to heat up, but first I'm going to ask Kara because boot camp. Okay, we're still at the beginning of the year, guys.
Yes.
It's still January. We're 3 weeks in today.
Okay.
Which it's gone by fast for me. I don't know about you guys.
Super fast.
Yeah, it's just been like a blur. But at boot camp, we have something really exciting that's going to be starting. So do you want to share with everybody?
Yes. So we have our New Year, New You Transformation Challenge / program starting on February 1st. Mm-hmm. So we are super excited just because I feel like last year the results were just incredible. And I mean, it kind of stinks that in March, everything happened. Mm-hmm. However, it's a really huge testament to the program in itself is that it really focuses on like helping you to establish healthier habits. It's not like some crash diet where, you're eating like, I don't even know, like this or something like that, like parsley, like leaves. Like it's helping you to establish healthy habits that, you'll have forever. And I think going through everything last year, the people who did the New Year, New Challenge, like it was something that was sustainable for them. And so I'm super excited because that's something that like we're super passionate about at Fit Body Bootcamp. It's not like you see a great change in 6 weeks and then boom, like you don't know where to go from there. This is like just kind of like teaching you, like a way of life.
It gets you in the door.
Yeah.
And it gives you almost like a jump start with your fitness and your healthy eating. But like Kara was saying, fitness is an infinite game.
Yeah.
It doesn't end at 6 weeks. 6 weeks is awesome.
Yes.
But after 6 weeks, you stay at Fit Body Bootcamp and this becomes part of your life.
Yes.
And the only way to really achieve the body we want, achieve the health and the fitness level that we want is to make it part of our everyday life.
Yeah. It's like Hotel California. You can never leave.
You can never leave. And why would you want to? Because life is just so great when you are fit and healthy. So guys, it's 6 weeks.
Agreed.
Anyone in the country can join and in Canada because we do have the virtual option.
Yes.
So fitbodybootcamp.com, plug in your zip code. Hopefully there's a local Fit Body Bootcamp. And if you're comfortable going in person, we have it's such a cool system.
It really is.
It's so safe with everyone's partitioned and you wear your mask when you come in. All the you only touch your equipment and it's cleaned and it's it's very safe, but you still get to be in person, get that motivation. Like I did the at-home workouts and if that's your only thing you can do, it's amazing. It's so much better than not working out.
Yeah.
But when I'm in person, I just work so much harder.
Yeah, you're totally not alone. Like, I feel like there's a good amount of people who feel that way too.
So guys, fitbodybootcamp.com, look if there's a location near you. Again, the challenge, the registration closes on the 27th. So that is a week from today, I believe. And then
I think so, yeah.
The 6 week starts on February 1st. And again, we don't just intend to be in your life for 6 weeks, because once you experience the 30-minute fat burning workouts, it's part of your life. Like, Kara sees me at 5:30 every morning.
Yes.
It's not always a pretty sight, but it gets my day started in the right way.
It really does.
Right? And it's just like, there's something about getting your workout done first thing in the morning.
I agree.
You're driving home, like, the light is just starting in the sky, and it's like, my body feels good.
Yeah.
Like, I feel accomplished. Like, let's do this.
Like, you just give yourself a win for the day.
Exactly.
Like, if nothing else, whatever can happen during your day, you're like, hey, guess what? I did this for myself.
Yeah.
And when you do that for yourself, like, I know for me when I work out, and I'm sure you feel the same, like, you take care of yourself, you're better for just everybody. You're a better spouse. I am a cat mom. Like, I'm a better cat mom, you know? Like, you're just...
Being a cat mom is valid.
It is. It is. Thank you for that. But I just feel like you're just better for everyone else.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's easy, especially I feel like last year we just give, and...
Especially women.
Yes.
Women, like,
Yes.
we do that. We nurture, we give to everybody, and then it's like, oh, I didn't have time to work out.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't have time to plan a healthy meal.
Yeah.
That's okay. Like, and when you do this and you really incorporate just 30 minutes, and then, with True Lean, we have our daily success actions.
Yeah.
So it's 2 protein shakes a day, it's 1 wellness shot, and 1 scoop of greens, and then it's everyday fit in your water.
Yep.
It can become so automatic and so part of your life that doing your True Lean and then doing your workout, total combined, could take less than an hour.
And it's like a system to follow. So no matter what
Exactly.
goes on in your day, you just, it's like you said, it becomes a habit. And
Yep.
you just become that type of person. Like, I work out, I take care of myself. And
then you do have that feeling of health, and you are better in every way. And it's taking care of yourself, which is amazing. So guys, fitbodybootcamp.com, we would love to have you join us for the challenge, and then really just to become part of the family, because that's what it's all about.
Agreed.
Okay, so our cashews are ready. I think this burner's just not working today.
No.
So, which is fine. We were patient, and our the water with our cashews has come to a boil, and so I'm just gonna drain it here. Woo! Simply. And then I'm gonna transfer it over to the food processor. Okay, guys, really a skillet and a food processor are the only real tools you need to make this amazing pasta dish. Okay, we're actually gonna use this one more time for the pasta, so we'll leave that there. Okay, so now we're gonna move this skillet onto the burner. That's working. And we're gonna turn it back on. And again, we just had 2 tablespoons of olive oil in here with 1 big giant tablespoon of garlic, because I just cannot get enough garlic.
I can't either. I'm like,
So
I
good.
love garlic.
It's the way it smells.
Yes.
Okay, so I have chopped up 1 shallot. Have you ever heard of a shallot?
Yes.
Have we done this together before, shallots?
Oh. I don't think
Are you
so.
thinking of chives?
I think so.
Chives are,
Yeah.
there's so many different little types of onion,
Yeah.
which honestly, any little type of onion would work.
Okay.
This one just calls for shallots, which look like sort of stunted little onions, right? But then when you chop it up, it's almost just like a light purple onion. So if you have a yellow onion at home, or if you have chives at home, that's fine. It's just about a 1/4 cup is what you'll get.
Okay.
And we're gonna add it right in with our garlic and with our
so
olive
good.
oil. It already smells amazing.
It really does.
So guys, the sauce of a pasta dish is where all the flavor comes from.
Yes.
And so really what we're doing here, and again, we don't have any dairy to work with. We're coming up with our own cream and things. But what we're doing in this first stage is really putting the flavor into the sauce.
Okay.
So
Everything in the skillet is the flavor.
it's the flavor.
Okay.
And part of what we're doing when we put it in first, before we start adding the liquids and things, is we are trying to get it to a place where you can really smell it.
Yes.
We don't want to get it past that place where now it's kind of getting dark brown and now the flavor changes, right?
Always happens to me though.
Yes. So it's this fine line. I'm teaching my son how to cook.
I love, that's
Yeah.
right. I love
Yeah.
that.
My son is 15 and he's never had any interest in cooking at all. Because I just
That's what
always
he
cook for him.
Gave you for Christmas, right?
Yes, his Christmas present to me, which I actually love it.
I think
He's
it's
like,
the cutest
Mom,
thing ever."
I came up with the best Christmas present for you. I'm gonna ask you to give me cooking lessons. And so every weekend I get to teach my son how to cook.
I love that.
And I'm not giving him like measurements. It's more like I'm teaching him off instinct where it's like,
Yeah.
you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But it's so fun to be
Yeah.
able to teach him. So I'm teaching him these things like, okay, we're gonna get it to this point where it's soft, you can smell it. These are the visual cues you're looking for, but you don't want to get it so it's like kind of dark brown.
Yeah.
And now the flavor changes and
Right.
learning about how
Aw.
the flavors work. Anyways, got off topic there. Okay, so we got it to this point. It's starting to get golden. I'm actually going to turn it down a little bit. Now, this part is how we're going to add some of the thickness to the sauce.
Okay.
It's 1 tablespoon of coconut flour.
Okay.
So we are just going to sprinkle it over what we have in the skillet here. And again, we want to kind of make this coconut flour get a little bit golden. And again, this is going to impact the flavor. You can kind of smell a little
Yes.
coconut. It's going to impact the flavor.
Oh, wow. That smells
But
really
it's
good.
also like the flour is activating like a thickening agent
Okay.
that's going to help us with kind of thickening up our sauce.
Okay.
So we're just going to leave it for a second here.
So coconut flour for sure only, not almond flour or another flour.
I like coconut flour.
Okay.
I mean, if you had regular flour, because if anyone's made a sauce, a traditional
Yeah,
sauce,
you were-
it would just be regular white flour.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Oh, okay. So we've got it here. Okay, this
one
if you
works
can
good.
throw this in. So we've got half a cup of veggie broth, and again, we're making this vegetarian. Perfect. So that kind of slows down the cooking process. So we got it to that perfect color, and now we're maintaining that. What was the question?
Well, I was just thinking like
the flour.
Yeah, so someone doesn't be like, oh,
Yeah.
I can just swap whatever
With almond flour. I
Yeah.
don't think almond flour would really activate that the mechanism to thicken it.
Okay, good.
Now, if you had arrowroot starch, you could do a little bit of that, but just use
Just
coconut
follow
flour.
the
Just
recipe.
use coconut flour,
Yeah.
guys. If you had like gluten-free flour at home, that would work. Like the actual blends of gluten-free
Yeah.
flour.
Okay.
But I've found that coconut flour works really well. Really well. Okay. Now we are going to add more liquids here. Okay. We're gonna do a can of coconut milk.
Oh, that's
Yes.
what that was.
That is
I
what
was
that
wondering
is.
What that was.
It's got when you open a can of coconut milk and like there's that big piece on the top.
Yes.
The other day when I was making this the first time at home, when I was in my moment of brilliance, my hair was all like Einstein and it was like this moment.
That was so
I
good.
took the spoon and I just jammed it in and I got it like in the face.
I thought that was what's gonna happen right now.
That's why before we started filming, I like carefully started like getting it out.
Like,
Yes. Like I can do that at home when you guys can't see.
Yeah.
I really don't want to do that right now. Nobody needs that.
but we kind of do.
Maybe. I feel like I've done that before. Okay, guys, so we put 1 whole can of coconut milk. Guys, if you don't have coconut milk, it is possible to substitute with almond milk. It would be lower in calories, lower in fat. It would be a little thinner of a sauce.
Okay.
Not going to be quite as creamy as what we're...
That's super.
That's
like-
super, super,
yeah.
like, amazing creamy,
Yeah.
for sure. Oops, I'm doing it again. I'm using the wrong spoon on my new pan.
Yeah.
Not good.
Give me
That's why
that.
we have...
Give me.
Yeah, take it away from me.
You don't stop it.
Take it
Don't
away
ruin
from
your
me.
new pan.
I know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we're gonna let this big mound of coconut milk like melt itself down, and we're gonna deal with the cashews. Okay,
Okay.
but first I'm gonna take a sip of Aloha passion fruit
Yes.
because
It's really
hydration,
good.
folks.
Yes, I'm almost done with mine.
So everybody's thinking it, but this would be amazing to make a cocktail.
Oh yeah, I know.
And I feel like someone's already sent you a picture
Oh,
from
yes.
boot camp. Yeah.
Hi everyone in the Elias house. She was her dad was stressing her out at the Bills game or watching the Bills game.
Okay.
So she held the plank the longest. We did a contest.
Yeah.
And she already had some Don Julio to it. And was
So a
like,
little bit of tequila,
Yeah.
the Aloha passion fruit,
Yep.
maybe some water,
Yeah, definitely water.
some orange liqueur.
And I think that's all it was.
So it's kind of like a tropical margarita.
Yeah, but like healthier.
Healthier.
And then you got the whole dopamine
Yes.
thing.
Exactly. From
Oh.
2 places.
Yeah,
'Cause-
because
So
tequila.
I'm not drinking this whole month of alcohol. So all of my creativity around like making a cocktail, it has to wait until February.
Galentine's.
Which is any Parks and Rec fans out there.
You'll know.
This tastes so good with water, honestly.
really good.
And I've mixed it with sparkling water as well.
Oh, really?
You don't even need the alcohol. It's so good.
Speak for yourself. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. No, I agree with you. This
so
is very good. Yes,
it's amazing.
It's super good.
And it's not just because I came up with the flavor.
No, it's not. And John's super honest too. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, this
wouldn't
is my
sugarcoat
favorite.
it.
No, he never does.
Do you remember what his favorite was before passion fruit?
Fruit punch.
That fruit punch is so popular.
Fruit punch is his favorite.
I love lemon lime drop.
I like that one too.
So good.
I like to drink it before bed because I used to just do plain water, but
yeah.
I feel like it's not so sweet that I
Yeah.
can like have it by my bedside, you know?
I love that. Okay, guys. So we threw our cashews that we boiled with water. We just brought it to a boil. We drained it. So they're really soft. Like, I mean, cashews are such a versatile thing, kind of like coconuts are. So now they're all plumpy and they're ready to turn into our sauce. I have 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk. Throwing that in there, guys.
Okay.
And we are going to blend it up, make it nice and smooth, and we're going to throw it into our sauce here.
Aw.
So I would definitely say blend it until it's really smooth.
Okay.
Because, you know, there's a lot of scenarios where you can have like little pieces and different things, but now when you want to make a sauce.
No, you don't want like a chunk of cashew in
Yeah.
your like
No.
pasta.
No. When in doubt with this, like right now I see some little pieces, like
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep blending
Okay.
it, guys, because
Keep blending.
we want it, and it'll get smooth.
Yeah.
It'll get
I mean,
really
that
smooth.
looks like super smooth
Yeah.
in itself.
I'm excited for you to try it.
I know. I know. I was just gonna say, like, it's like right there in front of me, and if it were like a cookie or something else, I would have already
it.
like taken a bite or something. It looks so good.
Okay, guys, we have done it. We have blended the plumpy cashews and the almond milk.
Yes.
1 cup of almond milk, 1 cup of plumpy cashews. And guys, we are just gonna pour it right into the skillet.
Ooh.
And this is where that magical, non-dairy, creamy yumminess is coming
Yeah.
from here, guys.
If you're a vegan, dairy free, like
Or if you're okay with dairy, like I can have a little bit of dairy here
Yeah.
and there. Like I love like a little bit of goat cheese.
Yeah.
But if I have a whole bunch of dairy, like it just doesn't feel good.
yeah.
I think a lot of adults feel the same way.
I think so. I think if you have to like know kind of like your body a little bit, like, but I do love a good nacho. So that was my suggestion.
A little bit
for
of
you.
cheese. I know.
Yeah.
I wrote it down.
Okay.
Thank you to everyone who actually gave me ideas for recipes to hack. This is where I got this idea for the
Oh.
fettuccine Alfredo.
Who gave it to you? Who was the person?
I have to go back in there and see who said it because I just went down the list and I transferred it over to my Google Doc and I'm like, ideas. But yeah, it was one of the first ones. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna figure that
that's
one out today.
awesome.
Mhm. Yeah, so thank you to all of you who are giving me suggestions because it's together we can come up with cool ideas.
And you kind of want to know what people want to see.
What are you making? Like, what are you craving? Especially as we get into the challenge, because for all of us who are in the Fit Body family and we are doing our fitness every day, the challenge is a great time to really just eat healthier, like really dial it in to get some even better results.
Absolutely.
So I know you guys are going to be eating super healthy February and then the first half of March. Oh, and we didn't even mention there are prizes. Like there are people who are going to win money because their transformation was the best transformation.
Was amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's that incentive too. If being healthy, feeling good, being your best version of yourself, all that isn't enough.
And then money, I mean.
Then you could also like win a prize.
Yeah.
And
That's pretty amazing.
so that's pretty cool.
It's like literally a win-win, win-win.
Yeah, exactly. Every single person that does the challenge and sticks with it and becomes part of the family wins.
Yeah.
Okay, so So we only have a couple more ingredients,
All right.
and then I know you're all just dying to talk about noodles.
I know.
So we're gonna get into the noodles here.
Yes.
Okay, I know you know what this is.
Yes, nutritional yeast. You taught me that.
Exactly, guys. This is a 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. All my vegan friends and my vegetarian friends know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
But guys, this is a dietary supplement that it tastes like cheese.
It does.
It has this like nuttiness about it, and there's B vitamins, which is cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there are those vital B vitamins that are really important for vegans to have in here. So
Well, that's good.
I like it because anytime I'm gonna make a dairy-free creamy sauce, you better bet that there's gonna be nutritional yeast in it. It even gives it like a little bit more of a cheesy looking color.
Yes.
And just like the smell.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's not like a faux, like, I don't know, you know.
Oh, like fake dairy stuff?
Yeah, like that stuff sometimes
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, I don't know about that.
Just rule of thumb, like fake dairy, fake meat stuff, like as much as possible.
Yeah.
I definitely don't recommend. It's processed.
It's super processed. Like the list of the ingredients is typically like
super, super long. I will say though that Beyond Beef is pretty good.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, every few months I'll make a recipe with it.
Yeah.
It's not like part of my diet, but I do have fun messing around with it.
Yeah.
But I think the ingredients are pretty good.
I think the Beyond is good. The Impossible, I forget.
I get those two mixed up.
I do too.
Because I feel like they have similar ingredients.
I feel like those are the two when the nutritionist was on.
Oh, yeah,
kinda
Ellen,
mentioned-
yeah.
Ellen, she mentioned those too.
Yeah.
But there's some that are just filled with like soy and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like
No
back in
bueno.
the 90s when I was a vegetarian as a youngster, it was all processed soy. Like it was tofurkey.
Oh
and,
yes!
like,
And we went to
not
that
good.
restaurant and we had like the fakin'
Yes.
bacon and we were
Yes.
just like, this is delicious.
we were like,
and
this
John's
is
like,
the best thing ever.
worst burger ever. That's how you know
John.
he is not sugarcoating anything.
That's right.
He threw it in the trash. I was so mad.
He doesn't sugarcoat anything. So you know this is the best everyday
It is
fit.
the
'Cause
best
John
everyday
Eggerman
fit.
says so.
Yes.
I hope you're watching, John.
He is.
Okay, guys, last thing we're gonna add to our sauce, I have a full teaspoon of sea salt, which is what I thought it needed. Guys, you can always taste for flavor. And again, going back to, you know, my cooking lessons with Andrew, salt can really do so much for
Yeah.
something you're making. And I feel like I've taught you this over the
Yes.
years.
Yes.
If you ever make something at home and you taste it and you're like, it's just kind of bland.
Yeah.
Like the flavors aren't popping. You didn't add enough salt, right? So
Yes.
being courageous, I like to say, you know, we have to season our food courageously,
Yes.
right? Like don't
Right.
hold back. Obviously, you know, like sprinkle some, taste it, sprinkle some, don't like
Taste it.
dump it in there.
Yeah.
But really, guys, as we make healthy, wholesome food at home, it does have great natural flavor, but we do have to add those different
Right.
seasonings and salt and pepper because, you know, the manufactured food that we're so used to eating, they have dialed in the science of flavor.
Yeah.
And that's what we're up against. Like, that's what our palate is used to.
Yes. And
So, yeah.
you're like, oh, it's not so good.
Exactly. So, guys, use that sea salt, make it the natural stuff. Okay, so our sauce is creamy.
It looks super good.
It smells amazing. It has been seasoned now. So if I was at home and I had all the time in the world, I would let this simmer a little bit longer.
Okay.
Because at this point, simmering it, we're just gonna make it, it's gonna just be reducing down, so which means some of the liquid is coming out with the steam and it's getting thicker and creamier.
Okay.
Right? Okay, so we are gonna let it continue to simmer and we're gonna move over here and talk about noodles.
Yay!
And then we are gonna mix the noodles with the sauce. And then we're gonna eat lunch because
Yay! Because I'm starving and I'm
Yes,
just
it's
here
amazing.
smelling the food, not eating it.
Okay, guys, first time I've ever used this product, and I
never
have
even
to
seen it.
say, like, I'm impressed. Okay, it's called Palmini,
So cute.
yes, and it's hearts of palm.
I have questions. Like, how did they get it like this, though, from the heart of the palm?
They obviously used like a spiralizer,
Okay.
which I gotta say, guys, it's, you know, you could put this sauce. Okay, this is really getting crazy. I'm gonna turn this down. It's like
I know.
you can put this sauce on any of your veggie noodles that you want. You could even put it on like cauliflower rice. Like,
Ooh,
be
that looks
creative
good.
with that. But like gone are the days, I feel like, where you used to get a stack of zucchini and have to turn it into noodles yourself.
We used to do
Yes.
that.
It is so convenient and easy. So guys, you're gonna see, I'm just gonna open up this can. Guys, this comes in cans, but then it also comes in like little pouches.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah, it's the same amount that I found in the pouch versus the can. Because I got both, I didn't know if there was a difference, and I did not see a difference. Okay guys, so check it out. So they've already done the work. I'm gonna pour it into here. You do need to drain it. So they already did the work to like spiralize this what is it called?
Heart
of palm, which I'm sure the only exposure I've had to heart of palm has been like when you're at a salad bar and they have, like they have like the little slices of it and you like throw it on your salad and it kind of like has a little crunch.
Yeah.
That's the only, time that I've ever eaten it. So pretty crazy. They turned it into noodles.
That is super cool.
Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing here if you want to drain that. And then I just also recommend rinsing it. So we're gonna throw some water over it. I think they pack it in some salt. So it is nice to drain it and then rinse it. And our sauce is like...
I bite my nails still.
So happy. No nails?
I still bite my nails, so I don't have nails to open.
So question for all you ladies watching. Do you guys go and get your nails done anymore? Because for me, like I used to get my nails done every 2 weeks before, last March. And then it was so bad having them grow out.
We said we were going to not get our nails done.
And I haven't.
Good.
That's where I'm going with this. Like it took, I feel like the whole first lockdown of like 6 weeks for my nails to grow out from the dip.
Oh, that's right.
And then,
you were doing something else too. You were doing
the dip.
I thought you were doing something else.
No, it was just the dip. And, but I had been doing the dip for like a long time. And I grew out healthy nails and I was like, I'm just not going to get my nails done anymore. I do it myself.
Yeah. They look good. Chloe does a good job too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have those stickers now, so you don't even have to mess with nail polish.
I know. And those look really good if you know how to do them.
They do.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how to do them, but I've seen people do it.
And I'm like, oh my God, where'd you get your nails done? They're like, oh, they're stickers.
They're just stickers. I couldn't do that.
That's really good.
Yeah. So it's interesting the things that just have changed over the last year and maybe I didn't need to get my nails done.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to hold that, I'm going to pour this water over it. And I mean, guys, you would do this in your sink, but we want you to be able to see what we're doing. So we're just doing it here. And we are rinsing our yummy noodles. Very good rinsing.
Thanks.
Look at that. Okay, guys, so now what we're going to do, again, if I was at home, I'd probably let my sauce maybe just simmer a little bit longer. But what we're going to do is we're just going to add these noodles to the pot.
All right. It's a little bit of water, but...
Okay, so here we go. Woo. You can see, guys. Okay, let's talk pros and cons about these noodles. Obviously, the pros are the calories are super low.
Yeah.
So that whole can, so we just added two cans. It was 60 calories per can. So it was 120 calories is what these noodles contain. Oh. 24 grams of carbs.
Total for both.
For total. I'm talking all the noodles, and you're obviously not going to eat all the noodles, but you could eat all the noodles.
You could.
And it would be okay.
I would eat all the noodles.
Yeah.
If the vultures probably wouldn't come wanting lunch too.
Or if you make this at home, John.
Yeah, John.
Okay, so pros, obviously, super low in calories. It's a vegetable. It's not processed, right?
None.
You didn't have to make the noodles yourself. They're already pre-made for you. They're spiralized for you. Yep. For me, they don't really have flavor. Do you want to try one?
Yes.
They don't really have flavor for me, which is a pro because then my sauce is what I taste. Like my sauce is, so that was it by itself.
Yeah. But you could add anything. You could add like marinara sauce. You could do I feel like it's going to absorb whatever you add to it.
Exactly. So that's a huge pro for me is it really, it's the right shape. It's sturdy. So that's another pro for me. Because guys, how many of us have spent a long time making the zucchini noodles? You got this whole pile. And then when my kids were little, I would take all the green off first because, if they see green, they're like, what's this?
We're not eating that, Mom.
Yeah. You take all the green off and then you make it. And then if you're lucky, it looks like this. But
mine never looked like that.
The color at least, you can get some good long strands, and then you get the little strands, which those.
But then they just they mush up when you cook them.
Exactly. You could never throw a pile of zucchini noodles into a skillet like this with hot sauce and expect it not to just dissolve into mush.
I'm like, oh, cool, it's soup.
Exactly. So another pro for me is how sturdy these noodles are. Okay? Now we got to talk about cons.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Cons, because I did serve this to the kids.
Okay.
They really liked the sauce. The noodle, okay, so if you can picture eating that little piece of heart of palm at the salad bar,
Yes.
there's a little bit of like a crunch to it.
Yeah.
Right?
I love it.
I do too.
I love it.
So it's a plus for me. But for the kids, they're like, the consistency wasn't as soft as real noodles.
Okay. So if you're a texture person, which
Yes.
most kiddos are.
Yes. So
You know who was just asking about that?
Huh.
Gina Diaz.
Gina!
She said, what's the texture like?
Exactly.
So you just answered a question.
Yes. Okay, so, but Gina.
Hi, Gina.
So for me, honestly, that's a plus too because I love salads and fiber and it's not that crunchy, right? I mean, like you guys saw it. It's like,
it's not.
It's just a little bit firm when you eat it like, picture the little piece of heart of palm at the salad bar.
But it's like.
Noodly.
Yeah, noodly.
Okay, when you heat it up, it gets softer. I kind of feel like this is people's biggest complaint is the texture because it said it on one of the packages that I was reading, like, heat up your noodles to make them softer.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the complaint that people would have.
Okay.
But guys, at the end of the day, if we're taking a dish that was 1,200 calories and over 100 grams of carbs, and we're reducing it down to 250 calories and 14 carbs, and we're adding fiber, I'm not going to complain that it's not as soft as a regular noodle. I don't know about you.
I manage our expectations here, you know what I mean?
I'm still sitting
Olive
there.
Garden.
I couldn't even believe it on Tuesday when I was eating a bowl of it. I'm like, I'm eating noodles
so
and they're
excited.
creamy. So
I think
me,
Gina would love this.
Okay,
She will love this.
Guys, that was the pros and cons. I really think the only other potential con for you, and this is just going to be like a palate thing, would be if you tasted any of the heart of palm in there.
Yeah.
For me, I don't. And again, we've got really strong flavor in our sauce.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys, that trade-off, 1,200 calories, 250 calories, like, it's just nuts, right? All right, so that was it. So from here, guys, it's just taking a little bit of fresh parsley, or as Kara likes to call it, leaves. Put some pretty leaves on there from all the pictures I looked at online, because I don't eat it myself, but the fettuccine Alfredo typically has a little bit of black pepper ground on there, so it just has that look that you're going for. And that was it, guys.
That's like super easy.
Right? It was super easy.
I was like saying, like they're on the Instagrams and the Facebook. You should tag them so they can see and share, and more people can be inspired by your healthiness.
I already did it, and they already did.
Of course. I was like telling Jesse, I'm like the Oregon Trail over here. I don't know how to do any of the social things. I'm like, hey.
Okay, do you want to taste this on camera?
Yes.
So all of our friends can like live vicariously through you.
Sorry, guys.
And then once we say goodbye, we're going to have lunch.
Yes.
With our
I'm super excited to
passion fruit everyday fit.
Yes.
Guys, if you weren't around earlier, you can get early access to the Aloha Passion Fruit Everyday Fit by texting TL recipe to the number 49882.
49882.
And bonus, you're going to get an amazing protein cookie recipe sent to you on Saturday. Okay, I need to find a fork.
So Gina gave me a protein bar yesterday, and she's like, sorry, Johnny, didn't know you were going to be here. She was like, I don't know what kind of wife you are, if you're going to share or not, but I did share.
Do you know what's sad? I'm sorry, John. I actually gave both those cookies for you. I wasn't even thinking about you. Sorry, John. You're lucky you got a cookie.
I know.
I'll have to make you guys like a plate of them because they're so good. She likes it. I have a feeling like this is going to be one of your recipes.
This is so good. The only thing is, I thought this was a metal spoon, but it's plastic. This is really good.
Any more
it's super good.
feedback for them about the noodles? Because I think that's the biggest thing people are probably curious about is the noodles.
I would say just don't expect it to have a noodly texture.
Yeah.
Like, kind of the same with like a veggie noodle. Like,
Right.
it's a vegetable. It's not going to taste like flour and water
Yes.
that's like been, you know, that's like the only thing.
It's
But
exciting.
It's really, really good.
I keep talking people's ear off about it. I'm like, this is my new favorite thing. It's awesome. Well, after Everyday Fit, obviously. Kara, It has been wonderful to have you
Love you.
here with me. Guys, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. We hope that you will join us in our
Yes.
True Lean private group on Facebook. Search True Lean Nutrition. And then also, guys, head over to fitbodybootcamp.com. Join our 6-week transformation
Yes.
challenge. Guys, if you're not working out every day, you really need to do it for your health, for your mindset, for your fitness, just to be the best version of you. And at Fit Body Bootcamp, it is 30 minutes of your day,
Can't
which
beat that.
guys, it goes by so fast and you feel so good. So guys, fitbodybootcamp.com. If you cannot join us in person, join us online.
Yes.
It's all good.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you so much for being here with us. And I will be back next Thursday with another, hopefully, brilliant recipe.
I'm sure you will be.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye, y'all.